Hey Westside parents, Kenan here. Wanted to give you an update on what we are doing in regards to some of the increase in COVID cases in our area and even having a few members of our overall church affected by this virus. And so I need you to hear from me that safety is one of our top priorities, especially during this season. So we're asking and we're really cracking down on masks being worn the entire time, inside or outside, social distance the entire time during our gatherings, inside or outside. And, we purchased a kind of sanitizing fog gun thing. I love using this thing. It is so much fun. But I spray down our entire building before, after, wipe all of our surfaces down. Like we come in and we leave super clean because we just want to do everything possible to make sure that you and your families are staying safe, and that that you can trust us with making sure that we are taking these guidelines really seriously because we don't want people to get sick. We don't want it to happen. We know that it could be a reality no matter what we do, but we're gonna do everything we can in our power to make sure that people are safe. And so if ever there's a question that you have, please just email me at kenan@summitview.net, and I would love to answer any of those questions that you may have for me. And just know too that if your student or yourself is ever uncomfortable with coming to one of our gatherings for whatever reason, especially if they're showing any kind of symptoms or if there's any potential risk of you being exposed, just please stay home for one. And what we do is we actually stream our messages through Instagram, Refuge West or Tribe West. We stream our messages every night so that you can watch them either live, or your student can watch it live, or after the fact. I usually post them on our Refuge page afterwards, after I figure out which one has the best sound quality and all that kind of stuff. I post a video on our Refuge side that you can go and watch afterwards, just in case you want to watch it whenever you want. As far as our parent resource for this week, I've actually linked a video below sharing some of my thoughts on the second week of our series, The Bible Story, where we talk about rebellion. And I actually dive into some things that we may not have talked about a whole lot in your Christian past, if you will. We have Genesis 3 with the human rebellion, but there's also biblically a very heavy spiritual rebellion that's happening that we don't always pick up on as 21st century Christians. I believe this is the worldview of the Jews. I've done a lot of study over the last 6 months on what did the Jews think, what was their worldview, and I believe this is pretty accurate to what they would have believed, especially those writing the Bible, and why it's written the way that it is. Especially when we get to things like Genesis 6, or another fun one to read is Psalm 82, or even Moses' song in Deuteronomy 31 and 32, but specifically 32. I read that in that video talking about how, God gave over the nations to these other spiritual beings and took Israel for himself. What does that mean? And so that's just a little tag. So if you're interested, go ahead and watch that video below. It's like about 10 minutes, just giving some more context to some of the things we're talking about in youth group. And so again, parents, if you ever have any questions, please reach out to me. Do not hesitate. I'm here to support you and doing everything I possibly can to making sure that, again, you and your families are staying safe and well equipped to walk with Jesus and to disciple each other, build each other up in love as we walk through this difficult time together. So love you guys. Look forward to next week. Please just continue to check out for these emails. We're just sending updates. We have a small group night out coming up, and we also have some other fun things kind of planned as we move throughout and closer to Christmas time. Christmas time. Honestly, it can't get here fast enough. I'm kind of done with 2020, if I'm being honest. So that is it for this week. Again, love you guys, and we will see you next week for another parent resource.